What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I decided to do something today. After speaking with my brother-in-law for a little bit about investing strategies and where I should put my money, what I should pay off first, um, he opened my eyes to something new, and I want to, kind of give him a pat on the back and give him a shout out for this because honestly, I was thinking a different way, and I still have that thought process. It still clears the mind in this way, but I want to talk about it because I'm starting to put a little bit more money towards the dividend portfolio, and I just put a massive amount towards it in a matter of 1 month. But I'm also going to put more money as time goes on to this dividend portfolio overall. So we'll explain exactly what's going to happen here and how much this is at. But I added $5,000, maybe a little bit over 5,000, like $6,000 towards my dividend portfolio. And I wanted to talk to you guys about what I decided to buy and what I'm going to keep doing going forward. So, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I've noticed that you do like these videos of talking about my dividend portfolio and what I'm deciding to buy and all of that stuff eventually. Not from the start, but we start to build up and you see more people that are interested in this type of stuff, and seeing that long-term growth of somebody's account is always amazing. So hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. If you guys want to start trading cryptocurrency, maybe leverage trading, I have a Margex link down below. I also have a link for Robinhood as well as crypto.com and just all of these other places. Feel free to check them out, browse, see if you like any of the platforms, and support the channel in such a big way. But like I said, I had my dividend portfolio, and I usually do my monthly review, but anytime I buy something, I want to let you guys know what I am buying and why I'm buying it, and how much I expect to really gain from that. Now, I recently watched a video. I can't remember who it was from, but I watched a video where he talked about different dividend positions or different ETFs that you should own. And one of them had a high paying dividend position that really brought light into a position that I already owned, which was SCHD. And that's the Charles Schwab. I forget what the name of it is, but it's the Charles Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF. Um, or Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF, and it sits around $79.18. So I decided, you know what? I want to put some more money into that, as that's mentioned there, because you see the growth over time and you have the dividend associated with it. So not only is it really the dividend that I'm building on, but I'm compounding what I'm holding in there by continuing to add to it, either taking the dividend and continuing to add to it, or taking, what I have and just continuing to add to that from my bank account to Robinhood here. But anyways, let's talk about my portfolio. Let's show you exactly where I stand with my whole Robinhood portfolio. So I currently stand at $20,084.93. Over the last day, I'm up by $9.97, and it will fluctuate throughout just having this conversation right now. If we look at how much we have in buying power, somewhere around $1.40, I did receive a dividend payout. I can't remember who it was from, but I did receive one. We'll go over that at the end of the month and exactly how much I got paid out in dividends. If we look at the last week, I am up $219 or about 1% on my portfolio. You look at the last month, I'm up $657.63 or 67 cents or 3%, over 3%. And the last 3 months, I'm up 3%. So it has, I guess, dipped a little bit before increasing more, but you're seeing it up $600 or 3% overall for the past 3 months. So again, it's been amazing to be able to see that level of growth and how much that has pushed up. Year to date, I'm standing at $184.91, and then obviously the past year, I'm up $843 or $842.97, or about 4% overall. You can see that little bit of a dip that we did have. The markets didn't really fare well, but the ultimate trend is still up. It's still higher than where this high point was. So that's good to see that it's continuing on that trend, meaning that I am picking the right positions that's building me, that's growing my account to a larger amount, not only by the dollar figure that's there, but also by, just the gains that I'm receiving over that time period. Because again, I was up $700 at one point. Here I'm up $800 overall. But you can see, I have had that growth even from what I'm depositing. Now, I did decide to deposit about $6,000 this month. Um, so, like I said, my goal of depositing $2,000 every single month is definitely going to be exceeded this year, and I may end up getting to my end of the year goal by the time we see the halfway point in the year, which would be really cool if we can get to that point. $2,000 per month would equal $24,000 from the I think $11,000 mark to where we are right now. We're looking at about $9,000 that we invested in the first 3 months. So we're getting very, very close to that level of being able to do that. And honestly, like I said, we have more that's going to be invested into the Robinhood portfolio for this month. So I would assume that we could possibly get to 23,000 by the end of this month, adding another 3,000 to it, which would be amazing. But if I do add something, I will tell you. But anyways, let's get into what I decided to buy. So I did decide to buy more of ticker symbol O. You're going to see I have 100 shares of ticker symbol O, which will put me at $5,028. And will pay me out a hefty dividend. As I go into that, I believe it's like 5%, and it's 5.76% annually. And well, technically we're receiving it based on it's a 30-day payout there, so we get paid out every single month. But it's great to see that I basically doubled the amount that I had, which was 50, and now I have 100. And I think I want to get to a point to where I have 1,000, but that would be about $52,000 at the current level. And I would imagine it's going to probably rise in price by the time I get $50,000 to put into just that, which is not going to happen, right? I'm going to probably space it out and not just throw 50,000 all in one bucket. I'm going to take it and spread it into different places and then eventually get to 1,000 realty income. Now, I did end up buying another position. I bought more, like I said, of SCHG, which sits at about $4,592, and I'm up $122 on this play alone. My average is $77, and we're looking at how many shares do we have? We're looking at 58 shares that we currently have of this, and we get paid out on a quarterly basis for SCHD. And the reason why I got this is for more of the consistency. I like to get into, ETFs because of the consistency, whether I'm investing into just the market in general, investing into the S&P 500, or I'm investing into, things that may track the S&P 500 or just a high paying dividend position here. But you can see 8% for the last year, 8% for the 3 years, 12% for 5 years, 10% for 10 years, and then 12%, almost 13% since 2011. So hopefully that's not just something that's continuing to decrease, because we did see, 12%, 8%, and then almost, 7%. It's literally almost 8% flat there. We look at quarter end, and we have 4%, we have 9%, 13%, 11%, and then 13% overall that we are receiving there for the price return. But anyways, I'm still getting paid a dividend, which the dividend is 3.52%, 30-day yield, but it's actually quarterly. I get paid out quarterly for that. But either way, I decided to throw a decent amount in there, now having 4,594, which I plan on throwing more to grab 100 of this as well, which would bring me to about $7,000. So that next $3,000 will probably go directly into Charles Schwab or Schwab US Dividend ETF. Anything that's going to pay me an ETF, but also provide those gains over time. Now, I don't know if I did end up purchasing anything else. I believe I purchased maybe a little bit more of SPHD. SPHD is, S&P tracks the S&P 500, high dividend, low volatility, ETF, which I have $2,659 or 61 shares. I want to get 100 of that as well, which would bring me up to about $4,000 total invested there. Now, I want to grow that a lot further than just $4,000. I would like to see 1,000 or something like that. Just some of those round numbers just really, I don't know, they sit differently. We do see it 4.78% 30-day dividend yield, so I am going to be able to receive that. This is something that pays me out every single month, and I've been able to receive that every month. if we go to my dividend tracker. But again, I'll show you my dividend tracker later, and we'll go through that in depth to see what we will project or what we are projected to get paid out with these two positions, these additions that we did add. But anyways, my overall portfolio right now sitting at about $20,000, expected to go higher, expected to just increase. But what I'm doing now is I'm actually, because I have student loans that actually have a higher percentage. If they had a lower percentage like they did in the beginning, but since they got consolidated, my student loans are now at 6.25%, which is insane because they were consolidated. But if they didn't get rolled over and Fed loans didn't get discontinued, I would still have a 3.25%. But now it has risen by another 3%, giving me 6.25% overall. So I need to pay off those student loans first. And I'm going to contribute towards that, as well as my car loan, which my car loan is up in the 7% range because of the fact that my lease was up during the worst time possible. Wish my lease was up way back when, but it wasn't. So obviously the interest rates have risen quite a bit. So I'm looking to pay those off and put more money towards that. If not, I would have a lot more money to throw into these accounts as well, because I elected to not pay off my mortgage early. What I'm going to do is contribute to a place that can give me 10% return, since that is around 3%. It just makes sense to have the difference and just eat the interest to make all of these gains, these compound interest gains over time, which would be really cool. But anyways, guys, that's where my account is. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think about this account and where I stand and what my plan is overall. But I will make sure to keep you guys updated on everything that's going on with my account and where I'm, pulling money from and the passive income streams, all of that stuff. If you guys want to see that, let me know. But I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.